and today's topic is 5 MLB proven habits that will turn you into a D1 recruit. This is going to be pretty good, and you might want to take notes, but I'm going to get right into it. So, if you like any of this content, go ahead, you know what to do. Smash that like button and subscribe. D1 future players. Success, remember, always leaves clues. So right now, the hottest team in the MLB is the Milwaukee Brewers, and they're showing exactly what it takes to win at the highest level, Major League Baseball. If you want to wear the college uniform one day, here are 5 things I believe, just from doing the research with the Milwaukee Brewers, the winningest team right now today in MLB, how you can apply them today. So get your pen and get ready. We're getting ready to get down. So, number one, you must have energy and you have to have hustle. Energy and hustle. And that's every inning because I coach here and I have noticed since every year we have athletes that can play, but they don't have that energy and they don't have that hustle. This is tip one. If you want to play like the big league or you want to play like the hottest team in Major League Baseball right now today, the Milwaukee Brewers, this is something I absorb. Tip one, you have to have energy, you got to have hustle every inning. The Milwaukee Brewers, they may not have all the best talent, but they don't play flat. They bring energy from the dugout to the bases. The energy creates momentum and it keeps them in the team locked in all the time. So think about that. Scouts notice everything, coaches know everything. So you got to realize that from the time you step on the green, from the time you're warming up, dynamic warm up, getting your arm loose, bring energy and bring hustle. And that's every minute, every inning. So here's a action step that you can apply. So I want you to understand what I'm about to say and hear me clearly. You need to be the loudest encourager on the team. That doesn't mean be obnoxious and crazy. That means be loud. Make sure that people hear you. Sound with energy, sound with some enthusiasm, some excitement, motivation on the team. If no one's doing it, you need to do it. As I just stated, here's another action step: sprint in everything, hustle. Make that be your new name. That's your identity. So coaches can watch you, how you play, and never have a question about your effort. Remember that. Never. Because you may not be the most talented, but never let someone outwork you and out hustle you. All right, here's tip two. Tip two, it is plate discipline and have smart at bats. I've talked about this before in a couple other um, segments I talked about, but I'm going to go a little deeper. Plate discipline and smart at bats. This is tip two. Milwaukee Brewers, they don't just swing haphazardly. Wow. They don't do things that they shouldn't be doing. For the most part, they control the strike zone. They make pitchers pitch, makes pitchers work. That's how they grind out these wins. It's kind of like a mental thing at the plate. You know, at the D1 level, coaches want hitters that can compete on every pitch. So take this tip from the Milwaukee Brewers, how they're winning games. So get this in your head. Get this. This is extremely important. Plate discipline and smart at bats. You know, don't just swing at anything. Make that pitcher pitch your pitch. And when it happens, attack it. So here's an action step for you. When you have a batting practice, I need you to set some goals. And I want you to start tracking pitches before you swing. Start tracking like it's something like a form of meditation. preparing for that pitch, where that pitch is at. That's not it. Have a plate in front of you like you're in the game. So during this, set your goals, start tracking pitches before you swing. Train your eyes to recognize pitches. Train your eyes to recognize pitches and stay disciplined and don't chase. Now, you may not do it the very first time. That's okay. It may take time to rehearse it, practice it, so it becomes a habit. But you can do it. I believe you can. Train them eyes, recognize pitches, discipline yourself. Don't chase. And also with that, set some goals for what you're going to do. Now, here's tip 3. Tip 3. Conditioning. So, when I say conditioning, that doesn't mean like just burning all your energy. You have to know how to condition your mind and condition your body. Because what if you're going late innings? What if it's getting tight? Condition yourself. Prepare for those late game things, situations. Be able to make that play or hit that ball. Brewers, they stay locked in even when the game gets tight or gets late because they're conditionally, mentally, and physically. That's what I'm talking about. Be conditionally and mentally, physically fit. Okay? That's not just lifting weights. That's conditioning your mind, just like you condition your body. Because at the D-1 level, games are long. They're not 7 innings. They're long. The travel as well is tough. You're on a road, you're on a plane, you're on a bus. That's what I'm talking about. So you have to be prepared for that type of level of play so you can survive and thrive. Okay? But here's an action step with that. It's like, I'm trying to break it down to you. It's like adding a fatigue finish. So basically, it's like you're going to a workout and you're sprinting, you're doing push-ups, you're doing these mental reps after practice. After practice. So you do sprints, you do push-ups. Let's give you some examples. Push-ups, sprints, mental reps after practice. So your body and your mind learns how to compete when you're tired. So when you're at your most tired time, I want you to go back and work again. Even when you're like almost on E, go back. It's called the fatigue finish. I want you to push yourself with the mental things, with the push-ups, with practice after practice. Not like that, not like you do with your friend. Go a little bit further. So you're preparing yourself for that overdrive. So when games get tight, you're ready because you prepared yourself. Now here's tip 4. Play with a chip on your shoulder. That doesn't mean walk around like you're mad at everybody. Have some form of a grit, fortitude, like you can't be beat. You have this kind of a assassination mentality on the field that, listen, I'm here to make things happen. I'm not here to get assassinated, or I'm not here to get destroyed. Let's use that term. Because Milwaukee Brewers, they, like I said before, they don't have household names. They got maybe a few guys on their team, but they play like they have something to prove on every night they play. And they got over 160 games. So their hunger, it makes them dangerous. You have to be hungry. That makes you like unstoppable. And use that same hunger when you get recruited. I'm just trying to help you translate this because you want to go D1. Have that same hunger and that dangerous like hunger that you separate yourself. What's your separator? So here's an action step with that. Write down the one thing you're chasing with that D1 school. Write one thing down. Scholarship, starting position, prove yourself wrong. Look at your practices, but let that chip fuel you. In other words, if you didn't get recruited yet, or you didn't get the recruit you thought you should get. Have that kind of a chip on your shoulder. It's kind of like, I can do this. Why not me? You know what I'm saying? So you kind of walk around like that, but don't be friendly. Just kind of figure that out. You know what I'm talking? So let's do that. So with that, I got one more tip. One more tip. And today we're talking about the 5 MLB proven habits that will turn you into a D1 recruit based on the Milwaukee Brewers, the hottest team right now. Here's tip 5: team chemistry and unselfish play. That's what the Brewers are doing right now. That's how they're winning. That's how you got to buy into the team mentality, buy into it. Nobody's bigger than the mission, or everyone's contribute to the bigger picture. Remember that. We all can be individuals and great, but when we work together, we're stronger. Coaches love that. They love that. They love recruits like that. They want to put them on their team first because you can impact some people on their team. Here's an action step: challenge yourself to do one unselfish thing every practice and every game. Something you didn't do before. Challenge yourself. Whether it's laying down a bunt, if the coach lets you, or moving the runners over, or being the first to pick up your teammate's glove, give them their glove, throw with them if you're not in the game yet, maybe in left field or right field, going to keep the pitcher warm. You know, be in there. Get in. Prove yourself. Prove that you care about the winning mentality of the team. It's not only about your stats. Remember that. So, this is what I want you to understand. Those 5 lessons that I gave you from the Milwaukee Brewers, I want you to turn them into the kind of D1 player coaches want on their team. Those are 5 valuable tips for the D1 player trying to be recruited. So, this is the very own YouGoin Pro channel, where we help athletes develop proficiency and so they can dominate in every field of their life. So, if you really like these 5 tips, I have something that I can just give you. All you got to do is leave an email or drop a comment at the end of this, and I'm going to give you 5 chapters of my brand new book. It's coming out September 30th. Are You Really D1? No strings attached. The book is coming out September 30th. So get ahead. Hey, I want you to get this. So make sure you subscribe, share this with a teammate or a friend or mom or a dad, whoever. So let's get it. I want to make sure you understand that. You can do this. Again, these are 5 MLB proven habits that will turn you to a D1 recruit. Hey, I hope to see you on the other side.